one, the other one will deploy it tomorrow. Yeah. So how do you make sure that this thing is accessible to everybody? How do you check this thing on your phone? Because this thing now is only available on my phone. But we want to make sure that this thing is available to everybody, anywhere in the world. As long as you have any device that can, browse there, just go to the browser, type the address, and you see the site. So how do we make sure that this thing is like that? We have deployment. Don't forget when we started with this thing, we talked about web design, we talked about deployment, and we talked about web database like that. But what we have been doing this since is just design. We don't really deploy any one of our design. But this one now, we are going to deploy it. So, and I'm going to guide you through. And again, we have a lot of deployed sites or hosting sites online that you can use. But this one is free. It allows you to put your site online for people to just preview like that. But there's a lot of things that go rate limit. What's always wrong with this thing? Anytime I want to explain this thing, that's when the site used to do something. Last time too, I want to deploy, it did not allow me. Something is wrong. Oh. See, it's not going again. This thing is spiritual.
Okay.
So, all right. So now that this thing is opened, so this Cloudflare is a platform that you can use to deploy your site. That's not the only thing that they do. They give you a lot of other services that you can use here, but the one we want to use right now is the deployment. Now, what is deployment? This is the process of you making sure that your site is available to everybody. Because whatever you'll be doing when you're developing your site is only on your system. Anytime you want to show anybody, you have to take your system to that person to check. But you don't need to do that. You can just send the link, just like the Google Meet link that we just send to the group. You click on it and you see the site. The same thing too can do like that for your site. So what do you need? You need a domain. Domain is what you normally have in the address that you are sending there, the URL. So here now, you see this cloudflare.com here is what we call domain. And each site that you want to work with will always have a unique domain. What is domain? Domain is a unique identifier that the browser will use to locate where your site is deployed to, which computer. Because what the deployment is just you putting your file into somebody else's computer that is always available 24/7 and that is internet there. You too, you can run your own this, but what is there is that you must make sure that your system will be available every time, no power off, it must have internet. Because anybody that wants to connect to your site will send a request to your system, the system will receive the request and it will now send a file back to them. But managing of this thing is not that easy because just like what I mentioned, the system must always be on. The internet must always be on. So which means you doing it yourself, you are going to spend a lot of money to manage again to the security and everything. So doing it yourself is really waste of time because you have to pay for a lot of things to manage your because there's no way your system will be on. Light must be on. That means light must be on 24/7. You must have your laptop on 24/7. Again, internet must on 24/7 because everybody that wants to access your site can just go anytime. So it must be on every time. So instead of you doing that, you can now rent a space online where you put the file and anybody that needs the resources will just go to that computer and pick it. But when you type www dot whatever stuff in the browser, how does the browser knows where your site is located here? Is through this domain here. Because this domain here is just a name that is representing the address of where that computer is located. So this domain here is just a way for us human beings to be able to remember different sites because each computer has what we refer to as IP. IP is just a bunch of numbers joined together to uniquely identify a particular computer like that. And that's why you see on our system when we are running this in locally, we used to use localhost. That localhost now is our I, which is 127.0.0. Anything that you are doing on your local machine is that IP that you always use. But that IP 127.0.0, it has its own name too that is attached to it, which is localhost. Anytime you see localhost, you are just referring to that 127.0.0. The same thing too, this site here, there's an IP that you need to type in the browser in order for the browser to locate the computer. But there's no way everybody will just be putting IP number like all the sites that you want to visit. You need to know the IP number. It's crazy. We can't be cramming all this in. So since we can't be cramming number, they now come with the name to represent that number. So this name here is what we now call the domain. And for every computer or whatever site you want to work on, you need to have a domain for it. And the domain is always unique. If someone has already bought this domain, you cannot buy it. So whatever domain somebody is using, if you want to purchase it, they will tell you that somebody is already using it because that thing is always unique per each site. Because whenever you are putting your this thing, that IP is one that is going to locate the site wherever is being deployed on there. But we are not going to be buying the domain. As you can see, you can actually, they are offering the domain too like that. But we are not going to buy it. We want to use their free service. So they are going to generate domain for us like that. But that domain is related to their site. You can't customize it to your own taste. If you want to customize it to your own, maybe you want to use your name now, maybe you are creating your business site and you now want to use your mybusiness.com or whatever stuff, you have to purchase that domain. As you can see, either you register a new domain or you transfer it there. And if you already have it, it will tell you here the status of it, the time it will expire, and how to manage to connect it to different sites like that. But we don't need to do that. What we actually need here is these here pages. The pages is what you'll be using to deploy any site freely on their platform. So when you click on this arrow, it will bring it down here. You go to the overview, and once you click on the overview, it will give you other information there too that we don't need because it have workers and pages. We don't need the workers. What we need is pages. And once you get there, it will show the option for you. The next thing is for you to create your page. Page is just your site. And once you create your page, it will ask for the project name. The project name that you use, that's what it's going to use as your domain, but related to their own site, there like that. And once you bring out the stuff, it will ask you to upload your HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And look at it. So this is it. We have workers, but it's not the workers. This is advanced stuff where you are dealing with back-end stuff, but we don't need the workers. What we need is just the pages, which is the front end. And when you click on it, as you can see, you have two options. But the option you want to use right now is this upload asset. So once you click on this upload asset, it will take you to different screen where you are going to specify your project name. And whatever you specify here, that's what it's going to use as your part of your site address like that, which is going to end with the .pages.dev. So here now, I can call it Mayovest training 3 projects. Let's just call it project 5 like that. So as here now, based on this name, as you can see, is going to generate our domain for us. So the project name, then followed by this .pages.dev. You cannot change this .pages.dev to .com or whatever to your. If you want, you can use your name here, but this .pages.dev will always be at the end of it. If you want to connect it to a separate domain, you have to purchase the domain and you connect it. But that one we don't need right now. Since we are learning, we are going to use this free stuff because domain, you are going to use real money to buy that one and you connect it here. So now once you are done creating the project name, the next thing it will bring out is for you to upload your project file. So you can click on it to select the project file or you upload the stuff like that. So since it's in a folder like that, we just need to go to that folder where we have our project. So where do I use to save all my stuff? It's inside training. Under the training, we have I have students. Under the student, I have Mayovest, which is going to be 4 like this. So from there, go to the project. Under the project, I have P5. So once you get there, you just need to select all whatever stuff you want to upload to be all file. Not upload zip. If you want, you can actually upload the zip. If you already zip it, but I don't want to do that one. I want to do a simple one, the one that is always common. So just select everything that you want to upload. Let me select upload folder because this upload zip is not always possible that you have that. I follow the same thing again. So go to training, go to your, this is my own structure. Wherever you put your own file, that's where you're going to go to. So that you follow my own path, you go to where you have your own project. So project P5. Yeah, so I only want to upload this P5. So upload. Just select the folder where you have all your. That's right. I always tell you that whatever project you want to work on, they should have their own separate folder. See that now I want to upload P5. I don't need to touch anything like this. But if you jam pack everything together, it means you have to upload all of them. But each project should be their own folder. So now if I upload this one now, It's only that P file to select there. It will not touch any other thing. So now to upload everything, as you can see, it will tell you we have 13 files. And once it's done, it will just turn to green. And once it's turn to green, the next thing is to deploy the site. And once I click on deploy, it will set up all the necessary stuff you need to set up. And that means the site is now available for us. So now our site is available like that, as you can see. So you can preview your project. Success, your project is now deployed to region arts. So that means everywhere on the earth, they can access the site now. So what do you need to do? Just give them the link. So this link is what you need, which is something I'm going to open in a new tab. And if I go there now, and the advantage of this thing is, again, is that just because you finish everything and don't make the end, if you still update your site, you can still come back and update the stuff. You know, the Facebook of 2004 is not the same Facebook of now. So they keep updating the site there. The same thing too, maybe you later on, the site you build there, you are kind of like you apply some other stuff to it. Maybe you apply JavaScript, which is what we're going to do later on. We apply JavaScript on that design. Then how do you now update the one you have uploaded? So you can come here and create a new deployment. So once you click on it, it will ask again that you should upload. And once you upload the file now, it will replace the old one with the new one that you upload. The site will not change, the link will not change, just that you are replacing the file there like that. And if you want to create another site, just go back to workers and pages, because you can have multiple sites there too, and they are free. Just go back to your pages, it will list all of them for you, and from there you can upload again. If I go to my overview, it will show all the sites that I've had now, as you can see. So I can click on it or visit the site, and again too, you can see people that have visited your site and a lot of other information like that. And if I visit now, this is the where is the live link? This is our live link. Yeah, this is the live link. Now let me send this thing to the group. Everybody can click on the link, and you see that you have access to this thing on the on your browser there. So let me stop. This is all. Can upload the video, and anybody that needs to go right. This is the same process we are going to do for the other one that we have.